An amazing opportunity. I got to play against Iniesta.
Many people, including myself, dream of playing pro soccer as soon as we touch the ball. But unfortunately, sometimes we only get as far as playing college ball. I did not get to experience that, but I'm with someone that did.
Hello, my name is Alvaro Mercado. I went to the University of St. Mary's and had some professional experience playing overseas in Dubai.
So Alvaro, how did all of this start? How did this dream start?
Well, to begin, I come from a family of soccer. My dad, it was since I was a kid, I had immense pressure from him. Not from him, but the people around me. Ever since I was a kid, he's a two-time All-American for Hartnell College. He played professional soccer, the minor league, second division. Even met Pele. If you ever go to my bio, you can see that.
Pele, man.
He met the GOAT, Pele. And, well, since I was a kid, I've always had this external pressure from people of having high expectations of me. So the pressure was there, and I liked the pressure. It makes you or breaks you, as cliche as that sounds. And it was it's an amazing experience. But I started traveling soccer with Real Salinas, and then from there, Chivitas, Lightning, and then till I got into high school where I played MLS Next, what is now known as MLS Next, but DA Academy back in the days for the Santa Cruz Breakers Academy. Then my junior year, I switched to playing high school soccer. Actually, my senior year, I played high school soccer at Alisa High, where I was a part of one of the greatest teams in the history of Alisa, where we won the first CIF state championship for soccer. And from there, went to Hartnell College, and it was an amazing experience. It was a very big upgrade in terms of the athletic ability, because when you get a Hartnell, it's the best players within the county. From Monterey, from Salinas all the way to King City, it's the best players.
It's like if it's a selección.
It's like a selección, exactly, and it's like everybody comes with their ego complex, and you're talking about everybody. There almost has to be this sense of humility or an integration of humility, because everybody in that team was the all-star of their high school team, so they have to let go of their ego and to collectively come as a whole and be able to work together. And I'm not going to lie, it was very hard. I had a lot of pressure from the coaches because my dad was a Hall of Famer there. That same very year, he got inaugurated to the Hall of Fame at Hartnell College. So I'm coming here as the son, and there's high expectations. The assistant coach, the goalkeeper coach, actually, when I was born, went to the hospital and gave me my first soccer cleats ever. So you can imagine the amount of pressure I had. People even told me, I had teammates that were like, I don't know, do you ever feel pressure from like what you have to deal with? And I'm like, yeah, it's been a part of my entire life. People that don't like my dad indirectly don't like me, and they make my life like very hard, because it's like if they can't take it on him, they take it on me. So it's always been that.
So basically, since you were born, they saw you like what they now see the Mbappé project, or Project Mbappé.
Yeah, pretty much. I was the original Project Mbappé, and it was always so hard. It was psychologically very damaging to me, but I kind of realized like you can either let the dream go, or you can continue on. And there was times I wanted to quit, but I knew I loved this sport so much and what it had. And I started getting some minutes in Hartnell, and the few minutes I got, because of so much pressure, so much competition, I did amazing. And thanks to God, I was able to be if not one of the most recruited players at Hartnell for the men's soccer program those 2 years I was there. Originally, this was pre-COVID. I had a couple of Division I universities, Division II, and then private NEIAs. And originally I had committed to the University of UC Riverside. I was playing
That's D1, right?
Yeah, it's Division I. I was playing there, and then I went to play actually up north, and I was playing another D1 university, but it's more near East Bay. And pretty much from there, I had the opportunity to see. It was an amazing experience, but then COVID happened. When COVID happened, it ruined everything. Let's just say it ruined a lot of things. The NCAA had to cut down on scholarships, specifically because of fans not being able to come to the games and other circumstances as well. And it was very impactful, because you come with this dream, like you have friends. The highest they can go sometimes, it's like high school, and then if you're really, really good, even MLS Next Academy, and you're like, oh, you're a baller. But then the next level is D1 university soccer, or just playing college ball as a whole, like Hartnell College, and then transferring to the four-year institution. And it's an amazing experience, but it's so much pressure. And I feel like, especially in this country, it's so hard to maneuver yourself, because there's different ways in which you can get to the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would just say it was unique for me, and I try to express to these new footballers coming in, this new generation, of how important it is, because this is a really hot take, but it's actually very true. This is actually insane. Playing Division I soccer is actually the hardest route to making it professional.
Because I'm pretty sure, because then you have to rely on getting drafted or recruited by.
Think about it like this.
team.
This is what happens. You have to be among the top 20, the top 50 best, be a part of the top 10 to top 50 best universities at the D1 level to even be recognized for MLS draft. Consider, and there's hundreds of D1 universities. So on top of that, you have to be a starter. You have to be, not even a starter, but be the best out of those 500, 200, 300 players. Out of those thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of D1 players, you have to be among the top 50 to be a part of the MLS draft. From those top 50, because the MLS draft consists of 50 college players, and they get drafted. And I'm using quotations intentionally. The first 10, so the first 10 picks, there's only there's a couple of rounds, but there's the first 10 picks are the only ones that actually get a contract. The other 40, it's a trial contract. You're trying out. You're still not in the team. And those 10 players who get the contract, it's an annual contract. You know how many of those players renew their contract? Two. So you're telling me out of an entire NCAA association, only 2 players from the whole NCAA statistically are proven to be consistent.
I know.
So
I'm pretty sure maybe that's why some choose the route to join an academy.
Yes, exactly.
Because I mean, you're like in the Fuerza Básica. You're just you're like the up next, but you have to make sure you keep working to prove that I'm ready to take that next step and probably join the first team.
Exactly, and it's I don't like saying the easiest route, but it's the most direct route.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, guaranteed. It's not guaranteed, but in a way, you just have to show up and keep balling. I mean, because you're already there.
Exactly. It's exactly what you said. You have to be consistent, and it's like I feel like, and I say this like with my chest and with all confidence, 90% of the people who had the dream of being professional, if they knew what truly meant to be professional, what it took, I guarantee you 90% wouldn't want to. It is, if not the most physically and psychologically demanding thing I have ever had to do. And that's coming with me having 3 degrees, having my associates, my bachelor's, and my master's degree in psychology. I can tell you it doesn't even come close to what the demands of soccer are. To give you an idea, Carnal, when I went to, this is skipping a little bit farther ahead, like to make it quick, I went then from University of Riverside and then East Bay, I went to St. Mary's University, a private university institution. They gave me a good scholarship. From there, got my bachelor's, my master's in psychology. It was an amazing experience, a high level. From there, I played semi-pro. From playing semi-pro in USL2 and NPSL, I had the opportunity to train with the second team of an MLS team, like their B team.
Yeah, and that's something.
Yeah, and then when the world, so an MLS team of the reserves, when the World Cup in Qatar happened, like in the UAE, I mean not in the UAE, but in the Middle East, the World Cup happened in the Middle East. Every country in the Middle East blew up in the sense of leagues wanting to be globalized, football leagues going to different countries. So when I'm practicing with the second team of the MLS team of KC Sporting, pretty much I get a contact from an agent from the Middle East who tells me, is there any players here who would like to go overseas? You have a guaranteed contract. It pays 3 times more than what the MLS plays. Because you got to take into consideration too, guys, the median average salary for MLS players, Division I professional soccer players in the country is $65,000 to $75,000 USD. I know teachers at the high schools in the Monterey County that make more than that. And most of these players in the MLS that get millions of dollars is because they're already globally recognized, and it's more of an investment to have. So
it's like a brand, huh?
It's a brand,
it's
exactly.
A brand,
so Lionel Messi, yes, he's an amazing player. He's one of the greatest players to ever play, but his name sells so much. It's like it's the best thing that you could have. It's being flipped. They give him, I don't know how much, it was probably in the hundreds of millions of dollars his contract. They're probably getting that, probably flipping that in a year or 2.
Yeah, or for those that are Ronaldo fans, like I've seen that Ronaldo, I'm not sure if it's true, but that Ronaldo makes more out of the field than inside. Why? Because of the branding for his boxers, the colognes. He worked so hard, so he made the name. Mm-hmm. Oh, and you're a fan of El Bicho, right?
El Bicho, yeah, both of them. I I like both of them. I like Messi and Ronaldo. I'm happy we live in that. I'll be honest. People think I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I like both. They're gonna think it's cap, but no, I love both. I love both of them because we had the honor of witnessing the two greatest footballers ever, and I say that with full confidence. I know every generation says that, but statistically, what they to give you an idea, Ronaldo scored more goals when he was in Juventus than the past previous 5 forwards in Juventus history combined. Lionel Messi made more goals in one season than most players made in their entire career. So it gives you an idea that there's nothing that's going to come close to it. And it's going to be hard to... Human beings by nature, at least from my perspective in psychology, human beings are never content. We're never satisfied.
It's almost always going to want more.
We always want more. And since we already got the best, we're going to be like rationing for more. And that's what's happening. But getting back to the professional thing, I take the contract. They call me. They say, hey, there's this team called Alaline who wants you. This team actually made the Club World Cup.
Oh, no
and
way.
This is the crazy
Is it the yellow?
The blue one. The purple one.
They
played Juventus. They got eliminated 5-6-1. So keep in mind this. I signed for them. Within 2 weeks, this is what I talk about. The life of a professional soccer player is hard. It's not easy. My agency calls me, and in my contract, it says, when I sign for the professional team, they keep my 100% of my signing bonus, and they keep 20 to 30% of my contract, my annual contract. They tell me, this is why I say there's a lot of politics and it could be very sketchy. They call me 2 months after we're having preseason. They say, hey, I'm integrating into the team. I'm getting some games in. I score a goal by luck. I debut by luck because a player got injured, and they gave me the last 20 minutes. So I score a goal. We tied the game. I was so happy. But I kind of like normalized it because I feel that people don't excel because they make a really good goal. They make a really good pass. They hype themselves up.
They live from that.
They live from that, and they don't get out of it. And it's like you have to normalize that and be like, almost. It might sound cliche, but you got to be nonchalant about it and mentally prepare yourself. Humble about it, and be like, okay, this is my job. That's nothing. I have to continue doing that. That's the daily. That's the regular. You know, that you have to have that mentality because if you don't believe, si no te la crees, if you don't believe in it, that's gonna seem like something so unattainable that you get once in a while. And you can't have that mentality in any circumstances in life. But going back, the agency pretty much said that the team that I was in, which was Alaline, was not paying them their cut. So since they have full control of my FIFA card and my FIFA ID, they transferred me to a new team called Al Jazeera. And then I found out that they were screwing me over. Every other team, because I looked at the transfer market, every player that was under that agency was being switched and transferred the same day I was. So I put 2 and 2 together. This agency was transferring me from team to team to not only get all my signing bonuses, to keep 100% of them, but to pretty much gain all that capital and then switch me to the last team possible until the FIFA market closes. So then whatever team I'm stuck with, I'm stuck with. So that's when I completely disconnected. And that's my biggest, not my biggest regret, but I'm so upset that I didn't notice quick enough. Because you go into it, you're not thinking, you're just there thinking of football. You're not thinking outside.
Like, I feel like in a way they took advantage of the dream that you have to be there, and you're living the dream.
Exactly, and you're just like, wait, hold up, like what's actually happening here? So, if that wasn't not to happen, the guy who actually started against Juventus was the third string. I was second string. And after that game I had, I was gonna be first string. So I actually could have had the opportunity to play against Juventus, man. And then I was gonna be able to play against world-class teams. But it's okay because I still can say, and I feel like I am content in the sense I did achieve the dream of playing professional soccer at the Division I FIFA level. I played in a FIFA Division I level recognized team, and I had an amazing opportunity. I got to play against Iniesta.
That's already long.
He was playing for Ras Al Khaimah. Sadly, I couldn't take a photo because security thought I was a fan. No, but also that I waited from the locker like a moon menso, like a dummy. I waited in the outside the locker for 2 hours just for them to say that he left the other locker. But other than that, it was an amazing experience. I came to realize the level of ego doesn't decrease when you get to the professional level. It increases.
And
sure.
I could imagine.
Of course. You know people that, but you know what? There's a big correlation because I don't know if you probably have noticed a lot of successful people, they tend to have this very defensive ego. it's almost like a defense mechanism. Because if they don't really hype themselves up, like say, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and I'm the shit, or I'm that person. If they don't think that, and they allow these fans, thousands and thousands of fans, to get in their head, they're not mentally gonna be there. They're gonna be too focused on the crowd, and they're not just gonna push it off with their ego. And that's what I came to realize. And well, yeah, to make it quick, I played professional in Dubai. I left because of the level of xenophobia, meaning that a lot of hatred towards the not the tourists, but the foreigners who become employers of that country. So I was in Dubai, specifically in Dubai Marina, located in the United Arab Emirates, and it was an amazing experience. I won't ever forget it. I was there for close to 6 to 10 months, and it was an amazing experience. I can tell you that to get an idea, just to get an idea, when I mean 90% of the people watching this that have the dream to be professional would not want to be professional after I tell you this, or you would kind of rethink it. To get an idea, I trained a whole year the most intensely possible. I got to the point where, to get an idea how hard it got, we were having conditioning when I was with Al Jazeera. We were having conditioning, and the first conditioning test we had was a mile, bro. I did it. Okay, keep in mind what I'm saying. I got second to last place. I was like 11th place. No. There's 25 players. I was in 24th place out of the whole mile. You know what I ran the mile in?
Not sure.
4:39.
And you were the second to last. That tells you a lot. And I'm not sure if you mentioned, but you're, how old are you? 26, right?
26.
26. So I'm 21. So there's a 5 age gap between me and you. And I was telling Alvaro how prior to the video that when I was in high school and I was pursuing the college dream of playing soccer, I would see his videos and he would be training. I believe there was snow, right?
Yeah, it was snow.
I would see his videos and he was training in snow. So for some people that believe that probably talent is enough, what do you think? Is it effort or talent? Or is it a little bit of both?
It's both. I feel like if you have a lot of talent, you can, I don't want to say you can slack off, but there's a little bit more leniency, but you can't have that mentality because at the highest levels, everybody has talent.
Yeah.
Everybody has talent. Everybody has discipline. It's about the perseverance, passion, and mentally who's strong enough. It's all about mentality at that point. Because it's like giving a 40, 50-yard perfect driven ball to your winger is the norm. To give you an idea, like even me, my best attribute as a player, I'm really good at taking like players on. My 1v1s are amazing. I have a really good shot too. And I came to realize it wasn't good enough. I would train 2 hours a day, my shots over and over and over and over and over again, get like 20 balls. And then I would go with my keeper and I'd be like, hey, can we train for an hour or two? And he would be down. And he became he's actually a conference all-star right now. Angel, if you're looking at this.
Angel?
He was with me we were in the same academy.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we were in, and he became an all-star. But that was one of the most important like things that helped me. But to give you an idea, at the professional level, most goalkeepers are like 6'5", 6'4".
So the way height matters. Yeah, physical matters.
Oh, for the goalkeepers, yes. Oh, biggest reality check I had. My entire life, I was a winger. I was an attacker. I came to the sad reality that nowadays, modern day football, bro,
It's physical.
Is so physically and athletically demanding. And it's gonna sound very pessimistic, but I'm trying to be for the people that know me, I'm very optimistic, but I'm trying to give you guys the biggest reality check possible. I'm not slow by any means.
Yeah.
I'm not the fastest guy, but I'm like within, I say like your top 4, top 5 fastest guys on the team. I kid you not, we would do counter. I still remember the reality check I had. I was playing winger. They moved me because I was playing like a middle because they gave me the last minutes. But I played winger, my position. We had a counterattack. I was in my side of the field. No, I was on the other side of the field, and my whole team was on the other side of the field, on their side of the field. Mm-hmm. I had probably a 20 to 30-yard advantage. They started a counterattack, right? Tell me how this is possible. I was my fittest I've ever been. I sprinted to become part of the counterattack.
Yeah.
By the time I sprinted, most of these guys were already towards the final thirds. I was, at the professional level, I was so slow, I couldn't even participate in the counterattack.
But, to people that aren't in that
Yeah.
where they see you as, oh my gosh, she's
super fast. I'm not like the speedster. Like I had a friend called he's one of my closest friends, Popote Anthony.
Tony Alexis, right?
Tony Alexis. He's an amazing player. He's an amazing. He's gonna glaze this so much. You better not clip this. But he's an amazing player. He has that natural definition of scoring goals. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah.
He's mentally just a goal scorer. And the way he takes on players is he's very, 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 very fast. His number one attribute is his scoring, but more importantly, his speed. He is extreme. He's like his 100 meters are probably like he's in the low 11s, maybe even reaching 10s. So he's fast. He's very fast.
That's fast.
And even his speed would be the average speed at that next level. To give you an idea, that's the average speed, and he's like the fastest player I ever played against. And that would be like
so that
average.
tells you a lot. So you're saying, so in a way, I think you said that you don't play, like you're not trying to aspire that dream anymore, right?
No, I've officially, I think if people see my Instagram, I have put former professional footballer. I had an offer in Italy not so long ago by my new agency to play in a Serie A B team, Serie A B. And I came to realize it's not worth it. Not so much because of pursuing the dream, but because once I understood how football worked in at political system and politics, the societal factors, and how it's not a so clear, direct path career, because most players only get like an annual contract or maybe a 2-year contract. These players that you see having a 5-6 year contract are some of the best players in the world. We're talking about the average player who is from the Monterey County. And if you're watching this, as cliche as it sounds, you can do it. Trust me, I came from the bottom. I had so many obstacles against me, and I still found a way. And no matter, like, people, I'm going to be honest, Joey, people were very cruel to me, very, very cruel to me. They say, you're only in this team because your dad was the All-American for our college. Oh, you're only here because the coach knows your dad. Oh, you're only here. And it's like, yeah, they know my dad, but they don't like my dad.
But I feel like that's something people don't understand. Like, that, yes, you could be there because of your dad, but at the end of the day, it's still an opportunity that you get. But you staying there does not have to do nothing with your dad.
Exactly.
You staying, you playing, you scoring has nothing to do with your dad. It has to do with you and your individual talents.
Exactly.
So, I mean, to end this off, I mean, whether you kept going or not, there's going to be people that maybe say you could have kept going, but you quit it, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like how I told you, I would see you when I was in high school, and I was like, man, I think I want to keep going because there's people near my era that are doing it, so that's like inspiration for me. Then I later kind of gave up on the soccer dream, but that's okay. I found new goals. But for you, what would be some like an advice that you would give those who are still aspiring that dream, whether it's college ball or pro division? What would be something that Alvaro Mercado would tell them?
I would tell them, no matter, and it's going to sound very cliche, no matter what anybody says, you can do it. You really can do it. It's not going to be easy, and it's all about mentality. It's all about mentality, and it's about understanding the system. To make it easy for you guys, you have to go traveling, academy, high school. If you don't get a scholarship to play D1, go to your JUCO. Once you get to your JUCO, do really good, put your highlights. 4-year institutions will come to see you play. They'll scout you. From there, you go, you do what you have to do. You play good enough. During the summer, you try to try out for a semi-professional team. You do that, you do good enough, professional scouts start coming in. Go to ID camps for college and professional soccer. And then if you're good enough, you'll make it. And you got to keep going. You're going to be neglected. But if you have that dream, it's possible. Everybody has the opportunity. It's just, I told you the system how it works. Now you have to go do it. And it's just mentality.
And that might seem simple. Okay, you do this, you do that, you do that. But between all that is the hard work, right?
Yes.
The hours of you have to be disciplined.
It's an investment. Right? It's an investment.
You can't cheat yourself and say I'm gonna train hard and then do this other BS on the side, right?
Of course.
So you have to be locked in, right?
You have to be completely locked in. It has to. You can't half-ass it. You can't just give half effort. It has to be full effort. And your mentality has to be, I'm going to get better 1%. Because if you do 100% every day for 30 days, that's an increase of 30%. You are 30% better than what you started. And you do that every month, you'll be a different player.
Well, my bro, It was an honor, man. And
Thank
for
you.
those who get to watch this, if you ever need advice or just any support on soccer, make sure to hit up Alvaro, man.
100%. You could DM me.
I'll
email.
leave your socials.
Yeah,
either
of
way.
course, of course. But once again, all free. I'm just here to help people out. I'm just trying to show them my life and how it worked and how the system works. But thank you for having me, True.
Nah, bro, of course.